Welcome back to Pokemon Y. We're sort of getting done with Lumiose. Also, we didn't really talk much about Lumiose City's design here. What do we think of it, Stephen?
I
mean, that kind of says it all, Pokemon.
Yeah, it's okay. I like what they were trying to do, but it's inconvenient.
It really fucking is. I had, for the sake of the post game, I will be showing off a lot of the other things that you can do in Lumiose here. I kept getting fucking lost because it's just such a confusing layout.
Yeah, this basically is, as you say, a confusing layout of the typical large Pokemon stores.
It really is, yeah. And the fact that there's all these different alleyways and in routes and little roads that hook off to other little roads, and it's fucking confusing.
So I like the fact that it does feel like a busy city, but it's such a bugger to get around.
But then so did fucking Celadon, and that weren't confusing. Yeah. It's just because they're trying to overcomplicate things. Because they had a similar kind of idea with one of the Gen 5 cities, didn't they? I think, I forget what it's called, but the big one where the bug gym is.
Oh yes, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, the one that looks hideous.
Yeah.
The one that's based on New York. Though.
Yeah. No correlation.
Yeah. Not saying New York looks hideous, I'm just saying the version in the game looks horrid.
Oh, I get it. So, as well as wanting animals to die, Stephen's also racist.
Shut it. How does that even bring in racism? Look, moving on. It's hideous.
Okay. He just hates people from New York. Oh, God. We need this bullshit because I've got nothing for the rest of Lumiose.
It is basically the centre point of Kalos, though.
It is. It's like the main tourist destination, really, isn't it? God, check this out. I'm so glad I named myself God to them.
Yes, you can make PR videos.
Yeah.
And I never touched it.
I'm gonna show off one. It's such a stupid fucking idea.
So apparently the one in Ultra Sun and Moon is a lot better.
I would hope so. They have these things every now and then with Pokemon games. They just bring in some random gimmick, don't they? I don't think we've even touched on the photography part of this game yet.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a separate photography minigame in Sun and Moon, and they're where you can look through the cracks and take a picture, and that sounds way worse than it actually is.
It's basically a cheaper version of Pokemon Snap in that.
Well, Pokemon Snap is fun.
This one it's just oh look, here's
me. What the fuck is even going on there?
Leave everything up to her. She just starts tilting to the side, crashily waving.
Oh god, the cameraman's had a few too many. Yeah, no, okay. No, I don't want the desk over there.
It's atrocious.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, that was just sort of generated for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I cannot be asked to fuck around with it properly.
I honestly don't believe I have entered the PR place.
You have missed nothing.
Yeah.
As you can fucking tell. But yeah, these are the kind of weird and wonderful things that you can see in Lumiose City. Don't you want to visit here? Doesn't this seem like a great tourist destination for you? Well, they're saying that there is a museum, there's some nice hotels, there's some mediocre hotels. There's the cabbies that can drive you around if you're trying to get from place to place quickly. And I don't believe I got to show this off, but if you ask for the mid-tier, I think is the calf, and the cabbie goes, "Oh, isn't that the average kind of calf with the average food," or something like that? Dude, you don't need to question it. I pay you to drive me somewhere.
Oh, one thing we haven't mentioned yet about Lumio City is how infamous it was in the early days, at the beginning of X and Y, when there was a glitch.
Oh yes, the save game glitch.
Yes, there was the issue where if you saved in Lumio City and turned off the game and come back, you wouldn't be able to move.
Yeah, it'd fuck up your save. Which I don't know how that passed. That got patched out.
It wouldn't load properly and you'd just be stuck. There were ways around it, apparently, like holding certain buttons and that to figure out a way. I don't know how people managed to figure it out, but before the patch there was a way to get around it so you weren't entirely screwed. It was just very irritating. I never had it happen, but apparently it doesn't happen as long as you save in a Pokémon Center in Lumiose.
Yeah, I think it's probably something to do with like the control and the camera perspective always fucking you around. Which I wish I would just have a standard top-down camera for it, because the camera angles always get annoying whenever it like changes. But yeah, we just had an exchange between Lysander and another character who spot the important character.
Yeah.
Who's dressed up as a fucking angel with like the wings on her back and shit. Like, Jesus Christ, you couldn't make it any more obvious that she's someone we're meant to pay attention to. Good job. Yeah, I had to demo their chair. This is how I pick which cafe I'm going to go to, by the way. I'll go to all of them and test out their chairs and see which ones I prefer. Oh, you look rich. I'm going to talk to you. Yeah, that's it. Talk about your espresso. I really care. I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm not very good at gauging the perspective like this all the time. So sometimes I might walk up to somewhere, then realise I've got to take another step.
So I think that woman even mentioned that Lysander's been gathering people, apparently. I wonder why.
Oh God, that makes the fucking implications that much worse. Jesus. I'm obviously building up to something, and when we see what's actually going on, there's a lot of actual analysis to be done. And look at that question. What do you like best, long or short? Chris, what do you say?
None.
Long or short, pick one.
Fine.
Stephen, what do you prefer?
I'm not answering. Also, we haven't taken notice of the lower screen.
Yeah, that's because I ignore that most of the time.
Yes, that's the inclusion of the CSS, I think it's called.
No, CSS is cascading style shit.
Okay, I'm getting muddled up. What's it called again?
It's called I Don't Fucking Know. With the subtitle of I Don't Fucking Care.
I know it is 3 letters.
Yeah.
I know that.
I think it's PSS maybe, like something Pokémon something.
Yeah.
But basically it's how you access like, you know, trades and like battles and shit like that. And eventually after a while on that like acquaintances or friends thing, you'll see that my like avatar from my Pokemon X-File shows up, because that's where I've been trading across the other fucking Pokemon.
Oh, it's called the PSS.
Yeah, do you know what that stands for?
No, and I don't care.
Okay, well...
But to be honest, it's disappointing that this never returns after Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because it was fairly easy to use.
Yeah, it does the job. Like, I forget how they handle the like local battles and trades and shit. Don't they have that little weird festival plaza sort of thing?
Yeah.
That's annoying. Oh yeah, there's a blackout.
Yeah.
You notice the problem with him saying that?
Absolutely. I mean, yes, the Eiffel Tower, Lumio's Tower, is blacked out, but apart from that, why are we being stopped from entering the rest of the place?
We get a call from Tiano.
And it's in 3D!
And I can't hold the 3DS still. You'll notice this shakes around a lot whenever we go to one of these, because it's motion controls and I can't hold the fucking thing still to save my life.
It's just like, why are you looking over to the right of me? I'm right here. I don't care.
I wonder who this gentleman is.
Yes. Mr. Bonding.
Okay, so I'm going to say flat out, I don't ever use the O-Powers at all. What do they even fucking do, Stephen? Because I ignored him.
They mainly boost things like attack power and defense power. They also allow you to hatch eggs faster, level up faster, and give you a higher catch rate. So they are pretty useful.
Yeah, but you have to talk to him to get them, so is it worth the trade-off?
It's the fact that he tells you that you're going to start bonding and then it goes to black.
Especially when sometimes when you encounter him, it's in a hotel room.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to know what he's doing in public, let alone in...
Oh, this guy here, Lucario, I love him. And his trainer following behind, but I don't care about her.
You seem relevant to the plot.
Yes. Chris, what do you think of Lucario's design?
Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it? Basically, what is it based on? Egyptian dog thing? What's it actually called?
It might be based on Anubis.
What's
That's the
Anubis?
Egyptian.
Possible, like it's got the same sort of body shape, really, isn't it? And yeah, but like I just like this one that seems to have a bit of an obsession with us for some reason. And also, there's a fucking like skate park thing here for some reason. That's
like
needed.
The fact that this is your first time using these skates, but you can slide around on these poles very easily.
Well, you say that, but you can learn other tricks over the course of the game. Like, there's people in Lumio City, actually, who you can talk to and they'll teach you new stunts you can do. I think I managed to do the backflip thing once, and then after that I just completely forgot about it, but hey. Right, what's this encounter gonna be? Oh, it's a furfrou. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's a gimmick, as you can take it to a hairdresser and have its appearance changed.
Yes, the Pokemon that can get haircuts. What a fucking selling point that is. But like, I think its raw design, like, I do like that. You know, it's like got this sort of poodle sort of thing going on to it. It's kind of a cool Pokemon, I think.
So its only main use really is the fact that it can learn Cotton Guard, which boosts its defense really high.
Oh, does it? That's cool.
So yeah, it can take a good few hits. It's just not especially brilliant, unfortunately.
Yeah, I bet. Chris, what do you think of it?
Yeah, good design. Yeah. You know, Skitty and is it Pikachu's lower evolved baby? Pichu. They got made fairies, didn't they?
Pichu's not. No.
No, Skitty isn't a fairy type, nor is Pichu. But
they was quite. They did make the Pokemon fairy types, the previous ones, haven't they? In this game.
There are previous gen Pokemon that have got the fairy typing now, yeah. Although Pikachu and Raichu, they are part of the fairy type egg group.
Yeah, that's not going to get confusing at all, is it?
But that was a thing in the previous games before the fairy type was announced.
Yeah, like the egg groups, they're just based on things like, you know, their appearance, their build, and that. And somehow or other, that's how you end up with the Hot Skitty on Wailord action thing, because Skitty and Wailord are both in the same egg group and they can breed.
As is Diglett.
Oh yeah, Diglett.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, Diglett going into...
Well, I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. And I don't want to know what happens when the Diglett's the female.
It's actually a feminine Diglett, so it's not gay.
And here we see the starter that got the raw end of the deal with the middle form.
Hey, I love this bowling ball.
It's like, this was the point where people lost faith in the Chespin line before the final evolution was announced.
Yeah, he is a little bit awkward looking, isn't he?
It was also the point where people were clamouring over Fennekin's evolved form.
Oh yeah, Breakson,
that's it. As well as Frogadier.
Yeah, well, so the thing is, Breakson appeals to a very specific
unfortunately,
demographic.
Yeah.
In that it's a big furry fox. And this appeals to a very certain demographic in people who like bowling balls. Why are Pluzzel a mine and a thing?
No, I mean, yeah, they don't really add anything. The only thing they really attribute is that their abilities minus and plus, something like that. It's like they affect each other, they make the other stronger.
Yeah, and they can like use helping hand and shit, and like they're the cheering Pokemon. That's useful, isn't it? Everyone else is out fighting, you're standing cheering. Woo!
Sorry, but all I'm going to use for you for is Thunder Wave. That's it.
Yeah.
And eventually I'm going to find something that does that job better than you.
Do you remember in Pokemon Colosseum where that big buffy fucking like the guy from Pirate Town has a puzzle that's like his baby?
I don't remember that.
Oh, that was funny. Like that's one that gets kidnapped by a Mirapede and you go and retrieve it and then he gives it to you, and it's like such a fucking useless Pokemon. It doesn't help you out at all. And then the other times when they've had like a kind of significant role is in Pokemon Ranger for the DS, where they are like your protag's partner Pokemon that they use. So like if you pick the male character in that game, you get a mine, and if you pick the female character, you get the puzzle. And I actually picked up a second-hand copy of Pokemon Ranger not too long ago that I'm going to play through soon, because like I did really like that game when I played through it the first time. I think it probably completely fucked up my DS's bottom screen.
Oh god!
Because do you know how the gameplay works?
Is it because of constantly scratching across
Yeah, you gotta draw circles around the Pokemon constantly. But
God, how hard are you pressing against it?
I'm not. I'm being melodramatic to point out how much touchscreen usage it gets. But like, I think if anything was gonna do any damage, it'd be fucking Guitar Hero on tour. Shall we ever see how that plays?
Isn't there an attachment for it?
There is the grip that sort of you hold underneath the DS, like you plug it into the GPA slot of the DS and then you can sort of hook your fingers around it under the strap. But to strum, you just got to constantly strum against the touchscreen. And yeah, that's, that's fun. Not uncomfortable at all.
Yeah.
Especially given you need to be looking at the top screen to see the notes come in. So you've got to awkwardly twist your hand round and then still be strumming with your right hand. It's really fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can imagine. That doesn't really feel comfortable at all.
It's really not. And when you think that it's quite a chunky thing, and like, given it's sort of awkwardly hanging off the bottom of the DS itself, yeah, it's kind of irritating. Stop fucking dancing. You're in public.
Actually, he's out in the wild at the moment, so the only eyes he's hurting are the Pokémon.
Yeah, but that's fucking abuse.
He also has one of the worst designs on his shirt, so further proof that he's a terrible person.
I didn't see what it was.
It was Vanilla.
Oh yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah, okay. On this thought, what do you think of the ice creams? Go on, Chris.
Yeah, it's just any Pokemon that is like a trash bag or ice cream, just not a good idea.
Yeah, no, Stephen, what do you think of the ice creams?
They're bad. They are really bad. They're not even that useful. And plus, given that they're ice types, they have an array of weaknesses.
And they're just fucking stupid. The only positive we got out of it is that meme that we've talked about before, but the one with the Mega Alakazam. With the hold of them.
It's too perfect.
It really is, yeah.
Oh yes, and they've just mentioned Horde Pokemon, so...
I'm not showing off many Hordes because they get really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Like, really fucking annoying. Imagine like a wild encounter where there's 5 Pokemon show up.
Yeah.
That's what a Horde is.
The advantage of the Horde modes was that it allowed people to build up the EVs on their Pokemon very quickly.
But also is very time consuming to knock them all out.
Well, usually they would give the Pokemon a move that hits all of them at once.
True, but it's still time consuming. Also, let's bite this fucking Kadabra. Yeah.
So it really bothered me before when you removed Vine Whip for Leech Seed. Why would you do that when you could have gotten rid of Tackle?
You see, there's a very simple reason I did that, Stephen.
You're an idiot.
I did it to annoy you.
I doubt that very much. I think you're just an idiot.
Well, we've known that for fucking years.
Oh, okay, it was scratch, not tackle. Again.
Well, what if I want to scratch the other Pokemon? What then, Stephen? What then do I do?
I don't care.
Like, if your Pokemon loses the move Scratch, is that basically the equivalent of taking them down the vet and having their nails removed? So you're okay with them getting poisoned and them having their nails cut off? Stephen, you're fucked up.
To top it all off, you hate New Yorkers.
Yeah! Jesus Christ, we're learning so much about you. I'm not hearing any sort of denial here. Oh, fucking Stephen exposed. Also, that was well worth my time going down and now having to go all the way back round just to get a super potion. Are you glad I did that? And yeah, I'm just showing off that you can sort of skate around here. And yeah, it's a shame there's not like a proper half pipe. That could be fun. But nah, you just get these sort of awkwardly like chipped out the ground cheapo fucking skate park thing. Oh look, a fucking Bunnelby, just what I need.
Yeah. Shame really, it starts off an okay design, but then it turns into something rather hideous.
I can't remember what its evolution looks like.
Oh, Diggersby.
Yeah, I know the name.
It looks like the Nesquik bunny, but it got fat.
Oh, right. Too much milkshake is not good for you.
Honestly, it is an ugly design.
This is the part where, like, this is very much just a battle part, so that's kind of why we've been bullshitting all over the place there, but you know. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I think I was looking to see if there's any, like, extra items or anything, but there weren't, and I got sad.
Good.
It's not fair. Oh, here we are.
Yay!
Hype for the Oran Berry. And there's nothing in there either, so I've got to go around yet again. Yeah, I'm not very good at my whole route planning. Don't know if you've clocked on that yet.
Ever since the event in Ruby with the gym, I'm not surprised by any bad decisions you make.
Hey, I haven't been that bad in years.
You were still that bad at one point, though.
When?
Back then.
Oh, right. To be fair, I was fucking lazy and shit at everything.
You still are.
Yeah, I know.
What's the excuse?
Incompetence. But it's fine. We get an actual proper battle we sort of vaguely give a shit about now, so it's fine. This guy's gonna have something shit, isn't he? Yeah, it's got to be. Yes. Although to be fair, the barrel is a useful HM slave in Gen 4, and that's literally all he has to his name. That's all you would use him for.
So I'll defend Gen 4, but I cannot defend Bidoof. I'm sorry, I'm going to leave that to fend for itself.
So you'll defend the rest of Gen
Shut
4,
up.
will you? Okay, tell me this. What do you actively like about Gen 4? Not what's okay, not what you can deal with. What are the positives, the things that you look forward to when you start playing Gen 4?
The legendaries, the starters. I generally like the Pokédex. The only downside is the lack of fire types, which, again, honestly, yeah, that is irritating. But the overall Pokédex I do enjoy.
Right,
I also really enjoyed the Elite Four, one of the most challenging that I've played.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a couple of things out of like a 20-hour game.
You're enough.
I know.
It's like the post game, it's definitely better than this. It's one of the better ones.
I will give Gen 4 credit. There is a lot of stuff you can do once you've beat the main game. Like particularly, like I know the whole like overkilling legendaries thing is sort of a legitimate criticism from like Gen 3 onwards. But it does still give you these extra little quests and that you can go and do. And like this game does give you legendaries to catch as well, but still. Oh yeah, this is the phone in this game, designed by Lysander Labs. It's the Holocaster. And how long is it going to be before we end up fucking up the pronunciation of that? Because I have accidentally done that on a few times. It's very easily done. What's in this house? I'm sure I will care. Now, this is Cassius, who owns, like, the PC box. He's like the Bill, the Lynette, the whatever the fuck the one from Gen 4 was called. And you can see, like, I would imagine that for how complex the PC system is, you would probably need a bigger server box than just that little one in the corner.
This is running the entire region, and it's just no bigger than the corner of a house.
Yeah, and like the front door was wide open. Like, great security you got there, mate.
I mean, what happens if the PC becomes corrupted?
Then that corrupts all the Pokemon.
Those are living creatures that are inside it.
Yeah, no, what happens is that the computer gets a virus and then all the Pokemon get rabies and it all works out.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like, because of the anime, I always sort of assumed that the Pokemon don't actually get put into a PC. They sort of get transported to a sort of like area where they relax.
No, they're data.
Well, it's sort of they sort of enhance on the idea in Sun and Moon with the islands that you can send the Pokemon to relax on.
Yeah, I kind of didn't read too much into that. But they're data. They're in the fucking computer. They're files on the computer. Like, that's kind of thought has been implied for the longest time, really, isn't it? That you just put them in the PC box when you can't carry them around. And you can take them out of their natural habitats and just put them in this eternal purgatory. And that's fair.
How is that fair?
Because you're the Pokemon trainer, you can do no wrong. You're in control of this.
I've captured the God of Time, and now it's just a file in the corner of my PC.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to make my fan hack Arceus. It's like Arceus, but it's got a gun.
So you end up deleting Dialga, and all of time just halts.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's actually a point. With some, like, could you boot up fucking Dialga in a hex editor and, like, undo the past or some shit? I don't fucking know. Yeah, just stocking up on goods here, because, you know, I won't be showing off too much shopping here and there, but every now and then, if I'm in the Pokemon Center, I will. And for some reason, sometimes when you go into the Pokemon Center, it just generates this random angle that it just switches to.
Yeah.
Like, for no reason, it just does it.
It's like they try and make it look more dynamic.
Except it just moves from one static camera angle to another static camera angle.